Folks, Charlie Gipple here with CG Financial Group, your independent marketing organization for annuities, life, and long-term care. So I'm here in the weight room, and I just had a conversation about Social Security with somebody, and I want to share it with you because it really kind of crystallizes just how far some of these Social Security conversations can go, because a lot of advisors think, number one, Social Security doesn't appeal to people with high net worth, with a lot of assets. That is false. I'll tell you, every Social Security seminar that we do, there are millionaires in that room. And by the way, per household, we're getting a household for $20 to $25 in the room. So $20 to $25 per household in our seminars that we're doing. The Social Security seminars are by far our number one. You can ask me about that offline if you want. But here's a conversation that I had with a friend here in the weight room just earlier, which prompted this video. He goes, hey, I want to retire at age 65. I see you talking about Social Security, doing all these seminars. When should I take Social Security? I said, so you're going to retire at age 65. I said, first of all, there is nothing in the Social Security handbook that says that you have to file for Social Security at age 65. But what happens? People think that, well, when I want to retire, because it's so easy, because it's mindless, because it doesn't take much effort, I'm just going to make that kind of my default Social Security claiming point, right? My Social Security claiming age. So what they do is the layering approach, as I call it. They'll take $2,000 from Social Security, whatever that check may be that they're going to get each month, but then whatever they need to live off of in retirement, they'll take additional. So if you need $5,000 a month, they'll take another $3,000 from, say, a traditional IRA, for instance. Well, that mindless approach, that oversimplistic approach, what that can do is that can pollute their Social Security from a taxation standpoint. That additional outside income, especially if it's pre-tax income, of course, that can pollute the Social Security income, because up to 85% of one's Social Security can be taxed. That bucketing approach many times is not the optimal approach. So I talked to this guy and I said, now I want to introduce, the layering approach is what I just talked about. $2,000 Social Security, an additional $3,000 coming from outside sources. I said, now, because you have the freedom, because you have the assets, here is maybe what you might want to consider, that my computer program will tell you which one is best from a time value of money standpoint, from an after-tax standpoint. And it is the bucketing approach. The bucketing approach is this. You still retire at age 65, of course, but you wait 5 years, for instance, to file for your Social Security. And what does that do? Number one, you're going to get a lot higher of a Social Security check, which number two means that you're less reliant on those outside sources of income, such as traditional IRAs, right? So what that means is on a relative basis, your Social Security is not polluted at least as much as what it was during that first thing. That's called the layering approach. This bucketing approach, many times on an after-tax basis, can be, and from a time value of money standpoint, can be the better approach. Plus, what have we done here? You see, to get by from age 65 to age 70 in my scenario, you've spun down on a relative basis versus our layering approach. You've spun down your pre-tax retirement accounts. You've spun down your pre-tax retirement accounts. By the way, for folks that like Roth IRA conversions, spending down today or paying taxes today when tax rates are low, they like this concept, this notion, right? So what we've done is we've spun down on a relative basis our pre-tax retirement accounts over that 5-year bridge year period. At age 70, you file for a higher Social Security amount because you're age 70. You got those delayed retirement credits. You're less reliant on Social Security at that point in time. And what have you done with the bucketing approach versus the layering approach? You have minimized your required minimum distributions that you're going to have at age 73, which is probably in a higher tax rate environment than we are today. He says, well, which one's better for me, the bucketing approach or the layering approach? I said, it depends. I need to know about all your assets, the inflows that you're going to get once you do decide to retire, your Social Security statement, and I'll tell you which one the best approach is that I would take as your financial professional. Folks, hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions. Purpose of this video is just to give you an example of some of the conversations that can be had, and hence the need for you, the financial professional, when it comes to Social Security.